wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Yeah, what's up? Happy Friday, everybody. It is the KVJ show. Good to see you all here today.
It's great to be here.
Yeah. Got a little weekend coming up.
You missed the tornado that just blew in here about 15 minutes ago.
A tornado?
Before you got here.
What happened?
Jaybird comes in here and he's got his long hair.
Oh, yeah.
And he's complaining about how his long hair gets in the way of everything.
It does. It's a problem.
So he comes over to my makeup mirror area.
Yeah.
And he, with his big hamburger knuckles, grabs the makeup mirror on the wall and it smashes to the ground in a million pieces.
He broke a mirror?
Yeah, he broke a mirror.
All ready to start off a Friday?
Yeah, didn't even crack a mic, broke a mirror.
Wow. You're impressive.
Oh, rats, another 7 years.
Yes.
I thought I was just getting over my last curse. Oh, well, I'm used to it.
Do these years run concurrently or do they overlap?
I'm not real sure how it works. I've been cursed for a long time. I will say this, though.
Yeah.
I'm kind of impressed how long I have been using that mirror, and this is the first time I've broke it. It's been a year.
Because every time you step to a mirror, the mirror's scared.
Mirrors should fear you.
I've broken.
Oh my gosh, here he comes.
Oh no, y'all. Oh no. Brace yourselves.
We don't stand a chance.
And I love how he spun it too. So he broke the mirror and then he
Okay.
looked up at me, "Are you mad?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not mad. It's from the dollar store. I don't care about the mirror. I'm just worried about your 7 years of bad luck. And is that contagious because you sit next to me?"
Right.
And then he spins it, "Well, my hair's always in the way. If people would braid my hair wouldn't be in the way."
Oh, so it's your fault.
So it's my fault
Yeah.
because I'm not braiding his hair that he broke the mirror.
If that's really how you
good.
interpreted that, I honestly had a different account. But
Oh, okay. So we have two different sides of the story.
I definitely broke the mirror, but I wasn't trying to spin anything. I legit felt bad about the mirror. I did not want to have her braid my hair because I know she's in a very bad mood this week. I'm actually afraid to even talk to her. She has to help me out with my movie, and I'm even afraid to ask her that.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Don't be afraid.
I legit was I felt bad about breaking the mirror. I told her about the braids only because I am walking into things more normal than I'm clumsy as it is.
Yeah.
But with the long hair, if it's in my face, I'm walking into everything. I walked into a cactus the other day.
A cactus?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
That's going to leave a mark.
Okay.
Luckily it didn't, but the warning was there.
Okay. All right. Oh, already quite an adventurous Friday.
It is.
Hard to believe all
I'm
this is
not
happening.
mad at you. I'm just laughing at it. That it's cute and funny.
I always say, anytime I break, 'cause I break a lot of stuff, I always feel
Yeah.
bad if I break something, especially, I don't know much about mirrors. I wasn't sure if that was a fancy, Avon mirror.
No, it's
Avon.
straight up dollar store. Avon would not be fancy either.
I don't know.
That's good. It's a
It's a
solid
good one.
break. Yeah, that's really
Look,
smashed.
it's lasted a long time,
Yeah.
as evidenced by how dirty it is.
Yes. Well, I don't think there's anything clean in the studio.
No, it's a very disgusting studio.
In fact, our boss said, you might want to clean your studio soon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
To which we added broken glass.
All right.
We listen well.
7 more years of bad luck, y'all.
Well, it was good luck yesterday. Big winners in KVJ's Double Your Paycheck. Congrats to Ashley Foster of Palm Beach Gardens. She won with us. Then Lori Johnson of Boynton Beach and Mike Russo, also of Boynton Beach, picked up some double paychecks yesterday.
Is that Russo, or is that a different Russo?
It's a great question.
We have a Russo.
Russo?
We have a listener, KVJ Nation.
From Boca.
Okay.
Oh, he's in Boca. Okay, all right.
Believe it or not, there are many Russos in South Florida.
There's a lot of
Yes.
Russos in South Florida.
But they're not from here. They're from New York. Let's be honest.
Yeah, we do have a lot of Russos, so they're big winners. So congrats to everybody. Got a double paycheck just in time for the weekend.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, it looks like a Bill Cosby accuser has now officially filed a lawsuit against him over an encounter that she says happened in New Jersey back in 1990. But isn't there a statute of limitations on these things? I don't understand. She says the lawsuit was prompted by his release from prison. She was all upset when she saw him get out. Basically just did 2 years of a 10-year sentence, which we were all pissed about, girl. And now she's suing him, but I don't agree with statute of limitations, but don't they exist?
Is it a civil suit she's doing? Because if it's if it's past the time, you're right. I think there's a time limit. But what about the money part?
Maybe that's what it is. She says it happens when she was 26, and he promised to mentor her and get her on a top-ranked TV show. She says that he did, what we've heard time and time again. He's accused of drugged her and then took advantage of her in a hotel room.
And you know what? It was gross. I was watching the story today. He then slips her money, if the story is right. So, I mean, he pays them like they're a hooker. Which is just, to me...
It's disgusting.
It is.
This girl shows up because she thinks that this man who she believes is just such a beautiful soul that wants to help young people act. And then he takes advantage of all of that. Dude... You broke her. I'm sure she is a changed, awful headspace woman every moment after that.
There's also a doctor that was on the story that I was watching this morning on the news with, and it was kind of interesting. And they said, as they've studied, it is kind of proven now that a lot of people don't come forward until many years, sometimes decades later.
It's true.
About the sexual assault, and they kind of linked it to just the coping mechanism of the brain and what happens. And so a lot of people are going, oh, just convenient that now you say something. Well, they've really kind of studied why is that. And they've found that it's kind of a defense mechanism that a lot of people adapt after it happens. So
you don't want to melt down.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose everything. You've already had so much taken from you in this awful moment.
Right.
So, our prayers go out to her and all of his victims. And I hope somebody nails him. Do you know how shady George Takei is? I love when he talks about William Shatner. Now, these two have been feuding for decades.
Yeah, and we do have some Shatner audio for you if you want that.
I do. I absolutely do. Is it anything about the George stuff, or is it just Shatner talking about his trip to space?
It's more overacting with Shatner about the space.
He's basking in it. So he's taking full advantage of his moment in the spotlight here.
Let's hear that first, and then I'll tell you what George had to say.
Meanwhile, George is just seething because he hates William Shatner so much.
Hates him.
Yes.
Oh my God, an astronaut. We're not really, astronauts really, they go up and they do things. We're half astronauts.
No, half astronauts.
How do you describe seeing palpable darkness, blackness of space where there's no filter of dust or dirt or reflections of light? It's there. It's like hanging there. It's evil. It seems like the monster. And then you look down and you see this precious thing, this warm, nurturing earth, and you see death and life. And you descend, and then you're overwhelmed by the possibility of the earth ending in a short while, and your life is in front of you. I was overwhelmed by all the things we need to do, and the loves and the losses. It was an enormous moment for me.
Oh, this was a lot.
I said so much, but I said nothing.
That's a great word. He's basking.
He's basking.
Yes.
What's Takei saying?
George is saying William Shatner is boldly going where other people have already gone before. He says, so 90 years old is going to show a great deal more on the wear and tear on the human body. He'll be a good specimen to study up there, although he's not the fittest specimen of 90 years old, so he'll be a specimen unfit.
Didn't he say something like he looked like a fat hamster?
He called him an unfit guinea pig.
An unfit guinea pig. Okay, that's what it was.
So there's reports back when he was on Star Trek. They'd have a scene going on, and everybody would be in the shot, including William Shatner. Then all of a sudden, the scene would end, and William Shatner would walk over to the director and say something to him. Then all of a sudden, they'd do the whole scene over again, but it would just be Shatner in the shot.
Yes.
And this happened a lot, I guess.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but I think a lot of people did not like him.
I believe it because when George tells the stories, it's visceral and it's real. And George is a stand-up guy. I think William Shatner was just all about William Shatner. He was the star of the show, and he was going to make sure he was the star of the show. And I don't think he even cared that he was steamrolling all the other actors. He might have not even really noticed how much of an impact that had on them.
Yeah, I think Shatner was and still is very full of himself.
Tell you what, though, that son of a biscuit was great on The Twilight Zone. That's all I'll say about that.
Unfit guinea pig. That's amazing. And finally here, it looks like Wendy Williams is not coming back anytime soon. Oh, bad news for her. It sounds like it's just the medical stuff is getting her. They've announced that Leah Remini is going to be stepping in and guest hosting for her until she feels better.
Is that the one from Brooklyn? Hey, come on. What do you mean? Is that her?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you got in your mind today, Jay Bird?
So I got a question for y'all because you are parents and parents out there. I always like to know if these things are still in style or not with the kids, because we were talking a little bit about Mr. Potato Head the other day, and someone sent me a message. They heard us talking about Mr. Potato Head because I was going to try to do something for World Record Wednesday with it. They go, yeah, I tried to get my 7-year-old kid into Mr. Potato Head, and they just were not feeling it. They hated it, and then they tried to get their other friends involved, and they weren't feeling Mr. Potato Head. But when I was a kid, that was kind of a big deal. Rocco, at his age, would he not feel something like a Mr. Potato Head?
He would like it for about 10 minutes. Rocco's not into that kind of stuff, though. He might not be a good gauge.
But what are kids, the modern day kid, are they too into technology where Potato Head is just way too boring?
Yeah, Rocco got a new computer because our neighbor, one of his friends, older friends on our street, gave him a computer last night.
Oh,
so
wow.
He was playing on his new laptop.
Okay.
And that's where he's set. In about 3 seconds, he figured out how to mirror his screen with our TV. And I'm like, how did you do that?
You come home today, he's hacked into Washington, D.C. somehow.
Yeah.
So I got some other games. Let me know if these are still around, because you guys got kids. You should know. Connect 4. I feel like kids still into that.
I don't know. None of my kids play it.
We had the big version. I don't know how we got that, but it was kind of like Connect 4 was bigger. And so it was hot for a minute in our house. We played it. We kind of delved into some of these games when the pandemic first hit. But I mean, now that's almost a year and a half ago. And it was rare when we pulled it out, and it would be rare that we ever pick it back up again.
And I'm not sure if kids are doing that, but I know because I have one of those big Connect 4s now too. Drunk people love it at a party.
Sure, yeah.
I think it's so fun. It's big.
Nostalgic.
Yeah. It's big and it's nostalgic. Okay. When I was a kid, this was a big thing. We'd always play it back in elementary school. Chinese checkers. Remember that game?
Sounds like it'll get you canceled today.
Is it offensive?
Yeah, I don't know, Jay Bird.
No, it
They
can't.
prefer to be called Asian checkers.
We would play that all the time. It's not offensive. But I'll tell you this, I don't see anybody playing Chinese checkers.
No, I haven't seen it since the 80s.
It was a big deal. There'll be Chinese checker tournaments at school. All right, so kids aren't into that.
No, I don't think so, no.
Tetherball?
Oh, I loved tetherball.
Again, though, it's just old people games.
If you were an aggressive kid, which for some reason when it came to tetherball, I got super aggressive.
Bullies excelled in tetherball.
Yeah.
So the kids aren't doing tetherball these days.
You could clothesline your friend and hit another friend in the head with the tetherball on the same shot.
And then all of these games, I don't think. I think you just get too many fights, and you're right. I think politically incorrect, maybe the Duck Duck Goose, the Mother May Eyes, all of those red light, green lights, where someone's in charge and you can't go forward if they don't want you to go forward. I don't think they're doing those anymore, are they?
They're doing them on Squid Game.
They are. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's Squid Game. It's horrific.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, they just mix it with murder.
It's kind of crazy, the contrast.
Yeah, I mean, I heard somebody going off on Mother May I, that game. And what was the red light, green light? That's when you Do you remember that game too?
Yeah, because the person that was doing it would turn around, and then they would turn around and say green light, and then when they turned around and said red light, everybody has to be frozen.
That was such a fun game. Kids hate it now, I guess.
I don't know about hate, but I just don't know if it's still around. They just do other things these days.
It just went away out of the blue.
Squid Game might bring it back, because definitely
maybe.
red light, green light was one of the most horrifying scenes I've ever seen on television.
Yeah, that's what I
Squid
said, because I
Game.
only watched the trailer for Squid Game, and that's in the trailer.
I didn't realize that's what it was. It caught me off guard. I never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
I can't stop watching it. I'm now on episode 7.
Yeah, you're saying you can't watch more than an episode a day, though. It's too emotional for you?
Yes, I can't handle more than one a day. I can't binge Squid Game.
You soft.
I am soft.
What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I don't know if you realize this, Kevin, but tonight there is a Lil Baby show. Do you know this?
No, I didn't know about it.
Lil Baby, not to be confused with Da Baby. They're two
Right.
different people. Lil Baby is going to be here locally tonight and performing at the I Think Amphitheater. And this is a big thing. So, homecoming is also tonight at my daughter's school. And half the kids are going to Lil Baby and blowing off homecoming.
Okay.
And half the kids are actually going to homecoming. But they had to change up everything how they do it. They're having like the homecoming dance outside now.
Okay,
It's like
yeah.
going to be in the courtyard. They can't be in the gymnasium. Like everything's changing.
Life is changing, Virginia.
I know.
Such is life, as they say.
I'm going to put up some pictures though. Magnolia got her homecoming dress and her shoes and everything last night. So
Is she
that's
on
what
the
we were-
court thingy?
She's not. She and her boyfriend ran for homecoming court, but they lost.
Damn it, man.
Oh, man.
What is going on here?
I know.
Let's go.
Like, okay, well, I'm disappointed.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Well, you could have a runner-up party. That's fun. I don't know.
What I got on my mind here today is there is new research that is showing that Americans drank more, smoked more, and exercised less during the pandemic. Yes.
Duh.
All right.
I mean, yeah, we don't need no expert to tell us that.
Yeah.
No.
No, I figured that was like, yeah, okay, duh. I thought this was kind of interesting, too, looking at men's health and how they would equate it with value on other big things they like football and loving. They say that 37% of men over the age of 30 say they usually gain weight during football season. Again, duh. I mean, all you do is you sit around, you eat great food, you drink all day long.
You're stressed out because your team's not going to the playoffs.
So
I
you eat
get
more
it.
and drink more? Yeah, absolutely.
You didn't tell your wife you bet like $500 on the game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
your house is about to be lost forever.
Now, these are the interesting stats for me. 37% of men said they would give up football or other sporting events for 2 months if it meant they could sport a six-pack or a flat stomach. It's almost 40%. 4 out of 10 guys would do that. I'm like, what? Giving up football? Now, there are other sports I could give up. You could take away the early part of the baseball season. I'd be all right missing a few Marlins games for a six-pack. That's all right. Not football, though.
I wonder how old. Did you say how old that is? Is that from 18 on up?
These are men 30 and over.
Okay, 30 and over.
Yeah.
Wow, really? That's crazy to me that many people would give up something they love for abs.
Yeah, I know. I guess it just goes to show you guys still love it.
I know you don't care about abs, but men like them.
Well, you know my theory.
They say a quarter of men, 25%, would give up their love life for 2 months of a flatter belly. Just 2 months. They would give it up just for 2 months of a flat stomach.
Well, depending on how big your belly is, you might not be getting any loving anyway.
So
true,
this could
yeah.
be
Sometimes you can't see that thing.
That's true.
And this is kind of another duh thing, but scientists have now developed what they call a food compass. And this is kind of good. It's giving scores to foods for their total health benefits. So you can look at something saying, okay, I'm eating something that's 100 or I'm eating something that's a 2. You know, you would be able to see and kind of get an idea and say it would actually add up to what your health is. And having better awareness, 'cause I think a lot of people, they have that eat this, not that site because a lot of people are still confused about what are good food choices. So I kind of like this scoring system for food. They say the top performing foods, raw raspberries, salted almonds, vegetable curry, tuna salad, and light mayonnaise.
Oh boy, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm gonna be living with my 2s over here.
Yeah. They say the worst foods were pudding, instant soups, fast food cheeseburgers, corn flakes, and a meaty pizza.
instant soups? What
Yeah.
the hell, man? That's what I was eating when thought I was dying.
Yeah.
The Lipton cup of soup.
I'm talking. So the lentil soup would be okay. I mean, if you.
Yeah, that's not an instant soup.
Okay, I wasn't sure if instant meant you put it right in the microwave and eat it.
Mm-hmm. And here's the part that's kind of the obvious. The big winners: fruits, vegetables, legumes, nuts, and seeds.
Legumes, it's so fancy.
Yeah. Meat, it's seafood, and the lowest scoring category, snacks and sweets. So I don't think anybody's too shocked by that.
No.
So there you go.
I'd rather laugh with the sinners and cry with the saints, baby. Come on.
Also wanted to give out a shout out to Noelle. I always tell people, when I'm out and there's a KVJ Nationer, come up, say hey, because she was just walking down the street and I was out with the Mexican Queen and Cannon last night. We were just kind of like chilling at Johan Joe's there, just kind of sitting out enjoying a beautiful night. It was amazing weather last night. So we were just kind of like chilling outside. And she walked by and she's like, oh, hey. And she came up and said, hey. She's like, I know you say always approach you. I'm like, absolutely. And we had a really great conversation. She's a huge Foo Fighters fan of Dave Grohl. And she talked about how she went to go see him. He's doing a memoir tour where he sits down and for about like 2 or 3 hours, he just talks about his life and tells musical stories. And he works on a little bit of guitar and drums. And she said it was really amazing. Just kind of listening to him. She said he's just so gifted at talking. She said some of the best parts of Foo Fighters shows are in between the songs when Dave talks to the audience. And so she was talking about what an experience that was. So, you miss out on great conversations if you don't do that. So she took a little selfie there. You can see that on KVJ TV out on the street. So thank you very much, Noelle, for saying hello. It was nice talking to you.
Sometimes people say, well, I was afraid to come up and say hello, or don't ever be afraid to come up and say hello to any of us.
Yeah. So I had a great conversation, a good time with Noelle last night. So thanks for saying hey. Absolutely. Just to let you know, Jaybird did get a couple texts in here from people talking about kids playing games. A 4th grade teacher said kids still play Connect 4 in the red light, green light. We don't have the tether ball. So that's not going on.
Tetherball was dangerous.
It was pretty intense, man.
If you got, all it would take is just, if you take your eye off the ball for just 1 second, you could be knocked unconscious by the tetherball.
Mm-hmm. And mom telling us their 5-year-old plays Connect 4 and Mother May I and the red light, green light. So
okay.
It's still out there. All right, good.
Still out there. You ever hide something so that nobody else can find it, but then later you realize you can't find it either? It's kind of a problem, isn't it?
It's a big problem.
Yeah, it's a big problem.
Yeah, you got to get a universal hiding spot where you just put everything of secretive value.
Yeah, Jaybird is doing this himself. He had something very important that he had to hide. Then a lot of people do. These are keys.
They are. There's my extra set, my house key and my Jeep key. Because remember, I had 2 of my Jeep keys on my key ring, and he kept on getting on me.
He had an emergency key, but he kept it with his key, his only key.
It had a you couldn't get it off. Dennys we had to snap it off. It was
you just get a bolt cutter.
It pretty much had it came to that, and I hid them. I would say a month ago, and I cannot remember what I did with them.
What you have to do is give them to somebody. That's what I did. So Magnolia has my spare key. Mm-hmm. And that way, if you're ever in a bind, I know I can call Magnolia night or day and say, you got to bring me my key because I'm stranded. I pay your car note. Get over here, hooker. Mm-hmm. Okay. So give your key, your extra key, to somebody that you know you can call and they would jump and help you because they're either your friend or your family.
Have you ever done this before? Hide something and forget it?
Yeah. Contraband.
Contraband. Well, that's probably because you were. I can see why you would forget where you hid it.
Yeah, I've had a few drinks. I hide stuff, and then I can't remember where I hid it. And and then, as I've gotten older and wiser with hiding stuff, I've gone to one place. There's only one place I ever hide stuff now, and that's where everything is going to ever be that I've hidden. But you can't have random hiding places all over the place.
To me, though, wouldn't that give you anxiety if you can't remember where contraband is at? Like, what did I?
Sure. You go to put on a shoe and you find stuff in it. You're like, whoa.
That's giving me an anxiety attack.
Who put these pills in my shoe?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You'd be a terrible drug mule.
If you ever are at my house, you should look in my shoes.
Yeah, I had a buddy that had done that one time. You know, you can buy those fake rocks or the fake sprinkler heads.
Those fake rocks look like a fake rock, by the way.
Yeah, they kind of do.
You can walk right up and see the plastic rock.
Yeah, the fake sprinkler head was a little bit better, but he was showing me. He's like, he's like, I got my key on one of the fake sprinkler heads, and I saw like 6. I'm like, which one? He's like, I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm like, so what you got to do? You got to rip out your entire irrigation system to try to get in your house?
She's right. Virginia's right. There are some of those rock keys. If you're a robber, you go, oh, cool. There's the key right there.
There's the
plastic-looking rock.
Yeah, they you can spend a lot on a rock key, and you really should. You can get a $5 rock key hider, or you can get a $20 rock key hider from like Brookstone.
Yeah.
Go to Brookstone. Get the good one.
This just happened, same kind of a subject. My mom had this necklace and this cross she gave me a long time ago, and I could not remember for the life of me what I did with it. It means a lot to me because it's really the last thing that my mom ever had and gave to me, and I could not remember what happened. And then my dad came over the other day, goes, you know what? I just found this in a music book. You gave this to me 3 years ago, and
for safekeeping.
I forgot I had it because I put it in this book and it fell out, and he gave it to me.
That's
and now
beautiful.
I got it. I put it right on my piano.
Okay.
I love
So
that.
you never know when it's gonna. If you lose something, you never know when it's gonna come back to you.
Yeah, we should frame that or something and really make it like a thing that you'll never lose again.
I don't want to wear it. It's just it's too thick anyway, and
you're too rough.
I'm just too rough.
Way too rough.
I'm just too rough.
I gotta wear those wooden necklaces because they're cheaper.
He can only wear yoga beads.
Well, it works.
I don't do yoga.
I like yoga.
That's what you do.
It's beads.
Few celebrity birthdays today. Happy birthday to Genuine. Did that pony?
Oh,
yeah, right.
The bird loves the pony.
If our boss Randy is listening right now, can we please spike in some pony on a Friday?
Maybe you can give her a little dance and inspire her to add it.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have to do that coming up here to celebrate Genuine's birthday.
Hurt him, bird. Hurt him.
Genuine 51 today. And Emerald Lagasse, bam, is 62 today.
He just reopened his restaurant in New Orleans, finally, post-COVID. My sister went this week, said it was amazing.
Okay.
And he was actually in the kitchen himself last week.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was in there cooking himself, and he really doesn't do that very often.
Okay. Got a happy birthday shout out to the best sister, Allison. Can't wait to celebrate tonight from Lil Birdie. I don't know if Lil Birdie's going to be on stage with Lil Baby and Lil Dirt tonight.
They won't let you on if you don't have Lil in front of your name.
Yeah, okay.
Little birdie, I like that.
That's you.
Yeah, little birdie.
Lily Ray turning 8. Happy birthday. She's going to be going to Lion Country Safari.
Oh, I love it there.
Yeah. Got Mommy, Daddy, Hayden, Meow Meow, Rizzo, and Kane from Doggy Heaven.
Oh.
Also, a big old happy birthday to my wife, Kristen, from AJ, Ava, and the Fur Babies. Carly, have a magical day at Disney. Love your friend Shelby for your birthday. Maya Bear, happy 15th tomorrow from Mommy, Pappy, Ricky, Grandpapa, Nibbles, Yertle, and Chili. Got a 7th birthday out to Justin. He's been listening since the womb to the KVJ show.
Oh, that's the way we like them.
Mm-hmm. Mommy,
Raising
Daddy,
right.
Caitlin, Peanut, and Penguin. And they always send that fun little photo out there from St. Patty's Day
Aw.
with Jay Bird.
Oh, I love that. I actually surprisingly remember that moment.
Remember how happy we were before COVID?
That was such a great day. I love that picture.
I love that.
Very nice. Also got a happy birthday to Laura from Ray, Keegan, and Emmy Pie. RC sent that in. A 16th birthday go to the Quads, Miles, Carrie, Kuru, and Kirsten and Stewart. That is from Dad, Mom, Rocco, and Chocha, Simba, and Noel. Also, we got a nice little shout out here for the 6 and Under Gardens Gators football team. They are undefeated and they've been recognized by other leagues. Are now invited to the Turkey Bowl after Thanksgiving. And there's a birthday that goes with that as well to 6-year-old Jacoby. Mommy and Biscuit love you. So Tisha sent that in. Got a photo of them there in their Gators uniforms.
Wow, that's a sharp looking pic.
Yeah, look at that. Gardens Gators football team. Yeah, my son Cannon was on the 6 under there for about a day.
Maybe just not everybody's cut out for football.
Yeah, he was 5, and he got housed by an 8-year-old, and he had about enough of that.
Those 8-year-olds can be vicious.
Yeah, they can. So. All right, time for another round of the New Name Movie Game. Nathaniel had actually done the Lord's work and pulled out some interesting stats here. Talking about last week being the worst performance in point tally with all players in a game since May 15th, 2018. I think there was only 1 point scored with all 3 players.
It's bad.
Yeah, it was not good. He also broke down some stats. Virginia averages 4.8 points a game. Dennys 4.3. I do 3.6. And Jaybird 2.1. Maybe we need to bring Dennys back into the game here.
Interesting.
Yeah. He says Virginia's got 19 wins overall. Dennys 13. I have 4 and Jaybird has 3.
I have 3?
I don't think so. I don't think any of these stats are right, actually. Yeah, never mind. Sorry. Thank you for doing the work, Nathaniel, but all your stats are wrong. I'm like, wait a minute. None of these sound right.
He's just making numbers
I think he's
up.
just making up numbers. I'm like,
He
that's not
trolled
right.
you and you read it.
I'm like,
You
what?
did an Anchorman. You read exactly what was in front of you.
Yeah. I started reading that. I'm going, there's no way that's true. No. There's no way
Whale's
at all.
vagina. What?
All right. Here we go. I'm like, wait, there's no way.
Wait a minute.
Wait, not
No
that
mistake.
bad.
Last week was terrible.
Yeah.
No, it was awful.
Right, last week
Nothing
was
to
bad. Yeah.
No one's bragging about the performance.
Daniel's bunk stats. All right, we got Virginia's partner Paul on here from Lake Worth Beach. Hello, Paul.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, guys. Love you guys.
Aw, we love you.
All right, Virginia's going to be partnering up with you, giving you clues to movies. She can't use any of the characters' names, actors' names, or any of the words from the title of the movie. Your 60 seconds begins now.
Pass. Pass. It's what you say right before you say, here I come. If you're playing hide and go seek, you say something, here I come.
Ready or not?
Got it. Pass on that one. Pass on that one. It's a big fault line out in California where they have all the earthquakes. It's an earthquake movie. It's the biggest one. The biggest fault line. That's not a knife. Okay, I'm moving on. Pass. That's not a knife. Here's a knife. Pass. Pass. It's links of meat, and it's a throwdown. It's a great fun time. It's links of meat, processed.
Sausage.
It's a throwdown. It's a great time. I am this. You are glue. I am this. You are glue.
I'm sorry, Virginia.
Prophylactic.
We said he was sorry.
Apology for you. Yeah. What were some of the other ones in there?
I am rubber. You are
It
glue.
was rubber. Sausage Party was Lynx. We had That's Not a Knife, which is Crocodile Dundee. The Fault Line is San Andreas.
I can feel the heat coming from the witch's body right now.
I just can't believe
She's
it.
about to throw a fireball.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
She is so mad. Oh my gosh. She's gotten 1 in 2 weeks.
What the hell?
This is amazing.
Okay, we got Mark on here from Stewart. Hello, Mark.
What's going on, KVJ? Good morning.
All right, we got Virginia's only one. Jaybird's holding the belt. Let's see if we can take it away from him, okay?
You got it.
All right, 60 seconds on the clock. Our time begins now. It is very frightening. The person wears a mask. It's a black and white mask.
Scream.
Pass. It was the spoof of it. The spoof of that movie was called what?
Scary movie.
Yes. Okay.
Ding.
When people fight in battle, it's called what? Two nations come together and they're fighting in a battle. It's called what? They're waging a
War.
yes.
Ding.
Okay. This is somebody that moves really fast. Somebody that will maybe try to steal money from you. This is a person that's got a shifty game going on. They're a what? They do it in pool too.
Pickpocket.
If somebody's taking your money in pool, they're called a what?
Oh, hustler.
Yes.
Ding.
Okay. There are children that might come and look for things. It's like governments have this that take information from other governments, but these kids are doing it now.
You can't say kids.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. It's a golf movie. Funny golf movie is what?
Petty Shack.
No. Funny one. Another one. He's.
Billy Madison.
No, not Billy Madison. Happy Gilmore.
Oh.
Okay.
Spy Kids
Spy Kids.
was that other one.
Okay.
3 spots.
Got a 3 spot.
It's actually a 2 spot.
It is?
You did say movie, describing scary movie.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, geez. Sorry about that. Terrible round for me.
I mean, just a terrible month.
Come on,
Yeah.
Bird. Come on, Bird. Put an 8 spot on there.
Okay, Tyler, looks like you've got a win in the bag, my friend.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Let's see if we can pull it out.
I know
Yeah.
what Kevin's doing. Kevin's trying to get in my head. I see he's doing psychological warfare.
There's no way you lose
I
this.
see you, Smuggy.
I
There's
mean,
no way.
you have the belt. This would be a streak.
Yeah.
We believe in you.
Listen, brother, I want this win. They know that they're trying to get in my head. We got this.
We're just
Okay.
being positive.
60 seconds on the clock here with Jay Bird and Tyler in the No Name Movie Game. Your time begins now.
If you are in the porn, pass. Karate, sprinting, pass. Pass, Dennys. The opposite of cold would be it's also the name of the Miami basketball team here in Florida.
Heat.
Yeah. Okay.
Ding.
You go here when you die. Another name for heaven. Think about it. Heaven, angels are up there. Before death, there is. But pass. You can't handle. No. You're another name for your honor. Another name for your honor.
Truth.
What? No, your honor. They wear
Dignity.
they wear robes. They have a gavel. What's the name?
Oh, a king.
A person that.
Judge.
They said judge.
I think he said judge
He
at
said
the buzzer.
a judge.
Judge, yeah.
He said a judge at the buzzer.
A judge.
Will we take that?
I don't know. It's up to Suits. Dennys, is that a...
I mean, it's a different article instead of the
I can't take that then, I guess.
a judge.
Damn, an article brought you down.
Okay, I think you got a 1 spot.
So we're not taking. We're not taking.
We can do overtime if you want.
No, because I can already hear Twitter. Oh, this bitching him. I think Kevin Ralston wins.
I don't
it.
know. I think that's pretty good.
He's like, I don't know. I think it's pretty good.
You want an overtime? I
Maybe
got
the people
cards.
got to speak on. I don't
We
know.
can do an overtime. We can do an overtime. It'd be fun, right?
I mean, honestly, it's not. The movie's not called A Judge. It's called The Judge.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't give it.
Yeah,
but that's
I
just
can't-
me
I
personally.
can't-
An article brought you down.
If Dennys can't, Dennys just said it right there. I can't keep this belt. What did you just say?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't count it.
Okay, I can't. Here's the belt.
Dang.
How about that?
Ralston came in here and cleaned the house.
Mark, my terrible performance got us a win today. How about that?
Damn.
Hey, it doesn't matter how we get it as long as we get that W.
Oh, hey.
Denny's
right.
Denny's a best friend of mine.
Oh, I'm just saying. I mean, it's
According to
different.
Nathaniel, that's my 2nd career win.
Is this still summer? Is it summer a rig?
I don't know. I have a lot to think about. That's a tough one. An article?
Oh gosh.
Here we go.
This is why we drink.
Yeah.
Right here.
All right, coming up here, we got a chance for redemption for the Bird. Did he wind up winning our KVJ draft for this week?
A win for me is if I don't lose bad.
Okay.
He's not looking for the glory of
I
first.
know I got
No.
last. As long as I kind of competed.
Yeah, kind of competed. That's what he's looking for. Kind of competitive. Was Jay Bird kind of competitive in the KVJ draft for the best celebrity couples? We'll find out coming up next. Our KVJ draft yesterday was for the best celebrity couples. Virginia had the overall first pick. She went with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, and George and Amal Clooney. That was her team of 3.
It feels like it's a middle of the pack kind of a list right
It does.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think she's got 3rd place.
Yeah, living in 3rd probably with that one.
Okay. Jay Bird, he went with Kermit and Miss Piggy, Gene Wilder and Gilda Radner,
What?
Abe Lincoln and Mary Todd.
I mean, what?
We know I'm coming in last, but baby, does it have to be so bad?
I know you got some goofy vote.
You always get 1 or 2 goofy votes.
Suits went with John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, and Will and Jada Pinkett Smith.
He might win this thing.
He might, yeah. Dennys went with Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox.
4th place.
Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, he's going to be, it's going to be the dirty hippies again.
Then I went with Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell.
I love them.
Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. And Tom Brady and Giselle Bündchen.
You're in the hunt too. It's between Kevin and Suits. Google Gary.
All right. Well, let's see what our votes are here. We'll start with last place, and that goes to Dennys.
Oh!
Last place.
Whoa.
Last place goes to Dennys.
You didn't get last place?
It's amazing. It's a win. It's a win.
Next to last place is Jaybird.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
You'll take that.
Yes.
You're right about Virginia, middle of the pack. She's in 3rd place. There were 2 that were much higher than the others. That was myself and Suits. And winning by 1 vote, Google Gary.
Oh, my gosh.
Suits beat me by 1 vote.
He's on a streak.
We get a lot of wins and losses by just one little vote. An article, a vote.
Yeah. Close. That was it. So Suits, again. He's the master of the KVJ draft.
And he's walking around these parts like he owns it. Let me just tell you. You should have seen him in the kitchen earlier today.
Very cocky, Kevin.
He was kind of doing that thing where you hit the vending machine and the snack just comes out. That's what he was doing.
What is he, the Fonz?
Yeah, he thinks he's cool.
In Virginia's team, she had Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. And some people are like, okay, well, didn't he go off and father a kid?
I didn't know about that.
You do that dirt of the day.
I know.
I remember that story.
I forgot.
Yeah, that would be the biggest knock. I mean, they are sweet together, but yeah, that's why it kind of hurt, because it's like, D. Wade, why would you go off and do that, man? Man, that's crazy. But, that kind of stuff happens. And, what I think is fascinating is, could your marriage survive somebody stepping out and having a kid with somebody else? To me, you would think we talk about infidelity alone, without a child, ruins most relationships. But yet imagine now there's a byproduct of a child that came out. So you have a constant reminder of that infidelity and that affair that happened.
Most people wouldn't be able to do it.
I can't let it go when Panda forgets to bring out the trash.
We know.
If he forgot to come home and accidentally impregnated somebody else, I don't think I would ever be able to get that out of my head. And it would torture me and it would torture him, because every time I looked at him, it'd be a reminder of the philandering.
Yeah, a majority of people could not get through that. But there's always, not everybody looks through the majority. There's people that can get over it. I've seen people get over this stuff before.
Well, talking a little bit about D. Wade and Gabrielle Union. They're on Virginia's team for the best celebrity couples. And while they were on a break, D. Wade had gone out and fathered another child.
Whoopsie.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in fairness, and people reminding us, yes, they weren't together at the time. They were on a break.
Okay, well, then you can't be mad.
Yeah, I guess.
The breaks don't count.
Yeah, but then when it came to getting back together, let's say, Jaybird, you and a girl, like, it's not working out. Let's just take a little bit of time. You do, and then you're like, I don't know, do you want to get back together? And she's like, yeah, I had a kid while we were away. Does that affect your decision to get back together?
I mean, it sucks.
Yeah, I'm not getting back together with her.
It sucks, but you can't hold anybody responsible for what they do romantically when you're on a break.
I don't hate her or anything. If we both took a break and she met somebody else, it all all these conversations, there's nuance to every one of these things. What's the details of the relationship? How close are you? Do you still have feelings for the person?
Mm-hmm. Gabrielle Union obviously loved him enough that she can put up with whatever baby mama drama is going to follow. And that's just the thing.
Yeah.
Is the guy rich enough for you to put up with the baby mama drama?
Okay. Yeah, so we asked on the KVJ Show Facebook page if you or your partner created a new child either during a separation or cheating, and did your relationship survive? There's some fascinating stories. Somebody wrote up there, said a friend of mine got a woman pregnant while he was cheating on his wife. The marriage was already over at that point, as both parties were cheating on each other, but they had not officially split up yet. getting the mistress pregnant was definitely not part of the plan. He was living in Lake Worth at the time, and then he took a tent and went and lived in the woods in the Keys while he figured out what he wanted to do. Eventually, he married the mistress after she had the kid, but that's now divorce number 2.
So when you find yourself in a tent,
the
especially
Keys.
in the
Yeah.
Keys, you
Yeah.
know you got
Yeah.
And that's your primary residence.
you're soul searching. You gotta look
Yeah,
within.
that's what you do. I got yeah.
You can camp in the Keys. You just can't call that your address.
Hey, that ain't camping.
Somebody else posted up, said, my now husband and I split up for 6 months after over a year of being together. I was 12-ish weeks pregnant when we got back together, and about a year into the relationship, we both cheated. I ended up pregnant again. That has now been 8 years ago. We worked through it, and now we're married. Sometimes if you really want something to work, you'll make it work. And now we've been together for 12 years, just married in July of this year. See, that's just, to me, that's unreal that you can just not only deal with, you have different partners, but now you're bringing other kids back into this and trying to sort it all out.
He or she has got to be so awesome in other ways that you can look the other way on the cheating. And if they're just a regular person that you're just kind of like, about, no, you're not going to stick around for that.
I don't care if you are the most awesomest person on the planet. If you cheat on me and there's pregnancy involved, I mean, the whole thing is over. If you're cheating and sleeping with somebody anyway, it's over. Now there's a baby involved. I'm trying to eliminate drama from my life.
Yeah, listen to this. Somebody said I was married 2 years when the doorbell rang. I opened the door and a woman was there, and she's like, here, and she hands me a toddler that looked just like my husband.
Oh, that is heavy.
Wow.
It was weird because
how old was the toddler?
I don't know. It just says handed me a toddler. It doesn't say.
It makes a difference if he had that baby and you guys weren't together.
He says he confessed to an affair, but it was clearly over. Our relationship continued.
Damn.
How about that? Somebody just hands you your husband's baby?
And you stay?
And you stay.
Yeah, hells to the no.
He had something to make her stay. There was something there. Either he's the most fun guy she's ever dated, or he's got the most money she's ever dated, or he's got the best personality, or they have other kids.
Or sometimes people have really, really low self-esteem
True.
and they stick around with a dirtbag. It's not always because they're awesome.
Another story that somebody posted on the KVJ Show Facebook page said, my husband left for another woman but came back. I forgave him, and once he was back in the house, the other woman came around and said she was pregnant. I eventually got past it, and the baby now has a room in our house. So it's amazing how many of these relationships are surviving.
That's heavy, man.
With that, right.
I mean, I guess you have to give the baby a room, but... man, it sucks because now you got to deal with all the baby mama drama.
I think some people think they can never do better. They believe that, and they stay in terrible situations.
Yeah, they do. Pretty crazy, though. So I guess it's not just D. Wade making it happen. It's other people as well. Got some Feel Good Fridays. Anything good going on for you? You can always let us know about it.
I mean, that's a tough one to go into Feel Good Friday from.
Yeah. Where else do you go? So anything good that you want to give a positive shout out for, you can let us know. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Get a nice little win for the week. Be happy to showcase that here on the KVJ Show.
My panda has one. So tomorrow night, he is going to be going to see CM Punk live in person for the first time he's ever seen him. His friend Anthony got like ringside seats for them and gave it to him as a gift. Panda has loved CM Punk for so many years.
That's his guy.
That's his guy.
Is it a pay-per-view event or is it a live showing? Oh, sorry.
I barely know that it's the AEW. That
she had to read it.
I had to read it.
Kevin, he's in the AEW.
What? Crazy stories still coming in. When people split up or have a little bit of a break, or maybe there's infidelity, and a child is created, does that relationship stay together? Somebody texted in and said, yeah, a girl that I know dated this guy, and they had a kid with him, and when they broke up, she started then dating his brother for a few years, and then had a kid with him.
Wow.
And then she missed the other brother and went back to him. So now she has kids from two different brothers, and they're all friends. Could you imagine?
Some people can,
That's
some people
unbelievable.
make things work.
How do you make that work?
Some people do.
That is unreal to me. Wow. Crazy stuff. So, interesting stories. If you want to read them, they're on the KVJ Show Facebook page. Got some Feel Good Fridays here today. Somebody saying, hey, I got new boobs.
Ooh.
And so far, I think they look great.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Good for you. Can we see them?
Enjoy your weekend.
Mm-hmm. Also, we got someone who's saying, my sister is getting married tomorrow. Love you, Amber. Nice little Feel Good Friday shout out there.
Woohoo.
We've got Marie on here from Fort Lauderdale with a nice Feel Good Friday. What is your Feel Good Friday here, Marie?
Yes, my mom was diagnosed with cancer on April 9th. She's now cancer-free, and we're going to the breast cancer walk tomorrow.
Oh, that's awesome. Very nice. That is
Yeah.
great to hear. Very
Beautiful.
cool.
That's great.
That is, boy, that is, man, what a relief that is. There was such a cute video that I saw with a dad and his little kid, and they said, this is what cancer-free looks like, and they stepped out front, and they were both wearing matching flannels and all that, and his kid, didn't have any hair, because we see that with our little Smiles kids, and they were just dancing, on the front porch. I'm like, what a sweet video that was.
Beautiful.
Yeah, when you get that nice, clean bill of health, it's an amazing thing. We've got Caitlin on here calling in from North Carolina just for a little positive shout out. What did you want to let everybody know, Caitlin?
So October is Dwarfism Awareness Month, and on Saturday, I got to spend my birthday at work, which I loved. On that day, my kitchen manager and my assistant manager heard a song play over the playlist. And in the song, it had an offensive word for little people. And they both rushed it to the back and skipped the song so I wouldn't hear it.
Aww.
Later, my kitchen manager comes up to me and he asks me, do I want that song removed from the playlist? And the word doesn't bother me, but I don't speak for all little people. So I said, yes, can you please remove it? And he messaged the owner of the restaurant that I work at, and the owner of the restaurant said, it will be removed immediately.
Aww.
And there was no qualms about it. They didn't say anything else. So I got to spend my birthday at my work, and it was the best birthday I've had in a long time because of my staff that I work with. So,
That's awesome. That's very good. That's
Yeah.
great. Well, thank you very much for letting us know that.
Yeah, cool employer.
Yeah. And happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah, happy birthday, Caitlin.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
just to make you guys jealous, it's a cool 62 degrees up here in North Carolina
Oh,
today.
man. Oh, man. Yeah.
I can feel it right now.
Wouldn't it
I'm
be
there.
lovely?
I'm there mentally. I
Yeah,
can feel it.
yeah, there you go. Enjoy that weather. That's nice. Also, a little shout out here for a Feel Good Friday. Happy 6-year wedding anniversary to my beautiful wife, Allie. Love, Mike. And how about this? Says, my Feel Good Friday, my wife woke me up completely buck naked, jumped on me, and proceeded to rock my world this morning, which never happens. Hooray for me.
Okay, finally a good marriage story.
Yes, that's doing it right.
It's been weeks since
Very
we've heard a
nice.
good marriage
Yeah, no
story.
kidding.
Very nice. So there you go. Starting off with a bang. All right. Am I being a little baby or am I right? My wife has this idea for some family vacation that we might be doing the week of Thanksgiving.
Oh, I'm doing one of those too.
Yeah, a lot of people will. They'll be traveling. They'll be going out.
Yeah.
And, flying, hey, you can do that, but I don't know if you've heard some of the stories. I mean, they've already had chaos with Southwest Airlines this last week and cancellations.
Yeah, we're not flying.
And then, I don't know if you heard this, but approximately 24,000 TSA employees have until November 22nd to get the COVID vaccine or they'll be fired with President Biden's vaccine mandate for all federal workers. And they say this could lead to longer TSA screening lines throughout airports. And that would hit what? November 22nd is...
The week of Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So what you're telling me is become train or bus people.
Yeah. If
You have a car.
Well, not if, I mean, would you rather drive or take a bus?
Drive.
Well, different strokes, different folks.
Oh my gosh. A bus. It's so many variables. The face eating, the crazy people. Oh, I don't know.
So I don't think we're going to be flying anywhere for Thanksgiving. So my wife is talking about renting a Sprinter van.
I've
Now,
done that. That
we've-
works.
We found out about this app that they have. It's basically Airbnb for cars. Turo, I think, is the name of it. And it's really cool because, you could go to a different city and maybe drive a car that you never would. And they had everything from Maseratis and fancy cars like that you could get. And, a lot of times it's $180 or $200 a day. And if that sounds good to you and you've always wanted to drive a Maserati for like $200, you can drive somebody's Maserati around for a day. So they've got this Sprinter van that my wife had seen that you can get. And it has got a bed, I guess, a seat that folds down into a bed, and then it's got two other kind of captain's chairs that recline, and you could sleep in those. So her plan is that her, myself, our 23-year-old daughter, and our 13-year-old son would go on a road trip. And we go, St. Augustine. I love that. Probably go up to Savannah, which is one of my favorite towns. Just a great town to drop in on. And if we get bold enough, I still haven't made it to Charleston, South Carolina yet. And I've kind of mapped out that whole city. I know where to go. I've been dying to get there. Just lots of great restaurants and bars and things like that. It's just kind of my thing.
Some haunts there, too.
One of my favorite reality shows, Southern Charm, is all the characters from there. It's such a cute, historic. You would love all the history of that town.
Absolutely. Well, all those places, have that history and have that same kind of feel. And I love all of that. I mean, if you put a couple like cool bars and history together, I mean, that's my kind of town. That's why this is a great sounding road trip, right?
So far, I don't see a problem.
I love it. But here's the thing. With the Sprinter van, you stay in it. You stay in the Sprinter van. So you sleep in it. So if you want to go to the bathroom, you're finding a Buc-ee's or whatever, Stuckey's, Buc-ee's, Stuckey's, Truckies, whatever you're going somewhere else to poo.
Or you're digging holes is what you're doing.
Digging holes?
Digging holes and pooping in them holes.
No, you don't have to poop in the woods in a hole. You can find...
I don't think a Sprinter van would go to the woods.
You can find a building with plumbing.
Yeah.
Again, different strokes.
Do you park it on the street or in a parking lot? How does that work?
Yeah, and that's the other part of it, too. Where exactly do you park this? I guess she thinks we're just going to roll into the town. We're going to find a parking spot, and then we'll just go sleep for the night, and then we'll get up and go. And the other thing is, showering. Because, if we go, we're talking about 3 different cities. That's at least probably 3, 4, 5 days that we're going to be doing this. So you can get a little bit gamey. And I don't know what it is about 13-year-olds, but they stink.
Well, they haven't mastered hygiene yet. They're newly stinky.
Yeah.
And they don't know.
The dude is sloppy too, man. I mean, God bless it. I love him with all my heart, but man, he will just have food all over him, and he's spilling chocolate milk down his shirt.
That's every teen.
Doesn't faze him. It's just he's got food around his mouth, and I'm just like, I can't. You know me. I'm just so
You're pristine.
Oh, I can't. It's just like I get triggered, and so I'm just thinking about. And he throws his clothes everywhere and all that stuff. And us being in a van together for 5 days, sleeping in there, finding places to go to the bathroom. My wife's like, no, look at this. It was like a bag shower. Like you take suction cups, you stick it on the side of the van, and then I guess somehow the bag pushes water through the hose, and that's how you take your shower.
Bag shower.
I'm just like...
Well, why can't you do the Sprinter van and maybe get like, a hotel room every 3rd night?
I'm working on that. That's not happening. She's like, no. She's like, we don't need that. She's like, that's why we're paying for the Sprinter van. That is our hotel.
How much is the Sprinter van?
I don't know. It's there's different options. I think it's like $150, something like that. So it would be cheaper typically than maybe some of the hotels you get.
Are you able to? Can you rent something else that has a bathroom in it if you want to travel instead of a Sprinter van?
You could go bigger, like Winnebago.
Could. I think part of that is then, the parking and all that. The thing she likes about the Sprinter van, and this is where I really saw it happening. We were doing our walk around Palm Beach, and we were right there on the West Palm Beach waterfront, on that walkway right there that's on Flagler. And there was a Sprinter van that was parked in the spot, and they had the blinds up. And she saw this couple get up, take the blinds down, and just drive off. And she's like, look at that. They parked right by the water all night, and that was amazing. She's like, that's what I want to do. When I saw that happen, I'm like, dang it, she's hooked. So she is all on this. So I don't know if anybody's ever done this, but here she is. She's like, you're just Mr. Glass half empty. But I'm like, that's what I'm wanting to know. Am I being a baby or am I right?
You're positive K in this room.
Is your daughter Caitlin going to go on this trip without a friend?
Well, here's the thing. Yeah,
because Mags won't do that.
Well, and my daughter is set a little bit more like me on this, and so we have a family text thread going on, and my wife threw out the thing about the shower, and I was like, Caitlin, I'm like, you cool with taking a bag shower? And she just ghosted me. She's not standing up to this, and I'm taking the full brunt of this. Like, I'm the only one that's not into this, and the person I need rallying to my defense to make sure we get hotels. That's what I'm going to do. Let's just drive and let's just do what we always do. It's easy, and it's right? I don't know how I get this Sprinter van out of her head, or am I just making it a lot worse than it really is?
I think you should go, even if she won't give you a hotel night here and there. But you should really try to rally for that hotel night.
I am. I know.
You really, really, really should.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like every third day, let's say. You're not a man who can go 3 days with no shower and no indoor plumbing. I just don't see that. You're not a bag shower guy.
Anything in a bag. I just recently saw macaroni and cheese come out of a bag, and it's gross. Anything in a bag.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to know about it.
That's it. Okay, some people are helping out. Somebody said, just an FYI, Walmart has a thing where RVs and vans are allowed to park and sleep in their parking lots without notice.
Yeah, but then you wake up and you're looking at a Walmart.
I got a story today in the Whacked Out News coming up about a whacked out dude in a Walmart parking lot in Vero Beach.
I can't tell you how many times when I watch these murder specials, it always leads somewhere in the special, they talk about a Walmart parking lot. I'm not kidding you. We're talking over 10 times. I go, man, always talking about Walmart parking lots.
Don't park in the Walmart parking lot, Kevin.
Yes.
I get they got
you got to find other options.
They got rollback prices, but...
Okay, and then some people are saying, well, you can stay. They have like some campgrounds, the KOAs, things like that. Some of the truck stops that you can go to, they have great showers there and bathrooms.
No, I know the queen. She wants to park it on the street. She wants to find a waterfront spot like she saw on that walk you guys took and park it right there at a free spot.
Yeah.
Geez, if you took the queen, you'd probably get laid this weekend. You know what she wants. Like, she wants the waterfront.
Okay, so I'm just trying to, I need to, because to me, I'm thinking I'm going to get a state or two away, and I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, I am in hell. And, family vacations can either be the greatest thing ever, or they can be the worst thing ever. And it's the same thing with adventures. So I'm big on doing the homework, though, because to me, unfortunately, everything bad that could happen is coming into my head.
What if you found an affordable hotel ahead of time and you laid all the details out for her? It's right on the route. It's super easy. You could probably find a decent hotel in a more rural area for $150 a night.
Or what if we gave you a bunch of advice that's not going to matter because the Mexican queen's going to tell Kevin what to do anyway?
And then somebody texts in and says, Sprinter vans are terribly uncomfortable to ride in. Oh, great. Okay, that's perfect.
That's not true. I got one from Mardi Gras. Now, it wasn't tricked out. It was like 4 years ago. It was just like a big van. But you know what? They're easier to drive than a van because they have that smaller front, so you don't feel like you've got some big, huge, massive cargo you're hauling.
Yeah. Okay, I got to figure that out. Somebody said, have fun on your apocalyptic Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no, let us know how the back shower goes.
Bag shower.
Right. Yeah, somebody's saying, the bag shower is a camping shower. A black bag heats the water, and gravity works the water down the hose. It can work for 1 to 2 people. Maybe you get 3. So apparently people are doing this.
Stop trying to make the bag shower sexy. Stop. It's like the people like, oh, kale is great. Stop it.
Yeah.
Bag shower people love kale.
They love kale.
Yeah.
Oh, just like as great as like a chip, Virginia.
And somebody texted in and said, Sprinter vans are great for couples. Families, definitely not. And that's where I'm thinking. If it were just the queen and I think I would be more into this. I'm just thinking about a lot of the smells and the spills from Cannon.
Cannon, keep in mind the queen's farts. If one of those gets in there, like
I know.
when we went down
There's
the
a
Fort
lot
Lauderdale.
of bad smells that could really be happening. Yeah, somebody said if you have a gym membership, like you can go use the gym, but we don't have a gym membership to any place right now. So,
No.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would need to find out what kind of camp places you would go, where to stay. This is a brand new adventure that, honestly, because she's set on it. Because as soon as I started barking about it a little bit, she's like, fine, you don't have to go.
Oh, she's going without you.
Yeah, she's like, we're going. So I'm like,
well, that could be fun too.
yeah, right. I know. Trust me. I'm like, so what could I do here by myself with the whole family gone? This could be amazing.
Oh, it could be Kev,
Right.
the summer of Kev revisited.
Oh, look out. Yeah. Look out.
Nah, there's no way. You're going.
Okay. I think you're probably right. So I need as much help as possible to keep this from being the apocalyptic Thanksgiving.
It sounds fun.
Yeah.
She's annoyed
man.
with you already. You're showering in bags.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go.
He's producer Dennys, and he knows when you're high. He's producer Dennys, and he's one hell of a guy.
Oh, yeah. Let's see if Dennys will be stumped today or not. Okay, we're going to start off here with Mary in Pompano Beach. Hello, Mary.
Good morning.
Good morning. Producer Denny's going to try to determine if you are high or not with a couple of trick questions. What do you got for today, Denny's?
All right, Mary, if you were given a second butt, where would you put it?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, that's a good one.
Real thinker.
Second butt. On my forehead, probably.
Wow.
Wow, it's a bold move. Question. Can I just put it on the butt I have now that's kind of not good?
You could do a double butt right on top of each
You
other.
could, but it's gonna get messy. It's gonna
Messy?
Well, you're gonna poop.
I'm not going to poop myself.
You'd poop on you'd poop on your butt. You'd
Well, it's
poop
better
on
than-
your butt.
I don't want to poop off my forehead.
No.
You may not know where this thing's coming from.
I'm going on my knee.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
What a cool trick.
Yeah.
Just kind of kneel on the toilet and you're good to go.
Watch this, everyone.
Knee farts? Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Okay.
I'd put it right on top of my other one.
Yeah, me too.
Double butt.
I would get double butt, and then I would just have to rework my toilet situation. But I think I can make it happen.
All right.
I'm trying to get my mind around that.
Yeah,
I don't poop at work anyway.
it's true.
Nobody here on this show does.
Nobody should. Just FYI. Unless it's an emergency, you animals.
There's
There's
guy,
people that are clockwork here.
Don't
there's a-
poop at work.
There's a guy, he's here for 5 minutes. He goes right to the toilet to do his business.
And to the girl that poops in our bathroom right before I go in there, look back at the toilet when you're walking out and make sure you haven't left evidence.
Our rant's over. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I would readjust my schedule so I wouldn't poop at work.
Right.
Look at the conversation you just got.
Yes,
going on.
it was a great one.
It's a
too.
thinker.
All right, second question. Which celebrity would look the worst in yoga pants?
Oh, it's so shady.
Yoga
man.
pants. I know he said not to talk about his body, but I'm going to go Jonah Hill.
Oh, dang. He would hate your show if he heard this.
She came for him, and I love it.
Yeah, okay.
Don't whine, Jonah.
You're a millionaire, don't whine.
You made yourself a target. Put on these yoga pants.
There's Virginia being supportive.
And final question. What would be the worst animal to give an energy drink to?
Virginia.
It's got to be like a banshee.
A banshee.
A banshee.
Mythical Irish folklore?
Yeah,
Great.
I'm feeling it.
Banshee.
They're already pretty wild.
All right, we'll go with Banshee.
I like your style.
Oh, jeez. All right, Mary's tricky.
She is tricky.
Is this Mary high or not, Denny's?
Mother Mary full
Yeah,
of
is
grace.
Mary high or she's being weird?
Yeah, it's tough because she's being a little weird too.
Ooh, that's a compliment.
Yeah, weird in a good way. I
Is she fronting?
think she's slightly high. I do get just the tiny incidents, a little bit of
Go
high
with your
vibe.
weed gut.
Go with your weed gut, Denny's.
Denny's
It's-
really stressing over this.
It serves you well.
I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay with high. I think she's high.
Okay. Mary, are you high?
I am right now.
I can feel it. I can feel it.
You got the essence.
Gosh.
Sweet Denny's.
He got the essence. He can smell it.
She's Mary.
You're one hell of a guy.
Every
Okay.
time you get one right, I feel like our
Good,
show
Mary.
gets more powerful.
Yeah, the strength. It's
Yeah.
building.
I don't know if it's worth the
building.
anxiety.
Thank you, Mary. Appreciate that. All right, we have got Anthony on here. Producer Denny's knows when you're high. Hello, Anthony.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. All right. Can you tell if Anthony is high or not? What kind of questions you got for him, Dennys?
All right, Anthony, do you think minotaurs are good or bad lovers? And explain your answer.
That is a good question. I'm going to say that they are not.
Minotaurs, not good lovers.
Why, though?
Yeah, they look strong, virile.
Here it is. Because I do not know what it is.
Oh. I think it's a human's body with a bull's head.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is, so I'm going to go back.
Yeah, Dennys, can you define minotaurs?
Such an awesome answer.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, it's a good
We'll leave
answer.
it at
Solid.
that.
Yeah, we'll take it. Leave it right there.
Second question. What movie monster do you think has the best poker face?
Movie monster with the best poker face.
You're stumping this guy.
Yeah. Let's just go with Shrek.
Shrek.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Okay.
does that count?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Anthony, we'll take it.
He's like an onion. He's layered.
Okay.
Anthony or Shrek?
Both. All right, Anthony, final question here. If you got $100 for every slap you endured, how much money would you make?
Oh, they do this.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
This is a thing.
They do tournaments.
They're pretty intense.
They're horrible, though. I can't watch it.
I can't watch
them
the
either.
girl-on-girl ones. Make me
no.
upset.
No, I definitely couldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I would take so many that I would just pass out, most likely.
Oh, wow.
I would
He's not
probably shoot for 15, maybe.
Wow. This guy can take a...
He's
Wow.
shoot for 15.
He's like, eventually it'll just knock me out.
After
I'll take the
15,
money.
no, it's too much.
Wow. He can take a beating. All right, well, what do you think here about Anthony? Is he high or not, Dennys?
Oh my gosh, today's round is just so rough.
Yeah.
Because he easily could be high.
I mean, he sounds extraordinarily
Anthony
high.
sounds like he's high.
It sounds like he's high, but is that morning voice?
You're right.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
first thing I smelled.
Is he a Wake and Baker?
Okay, Dennys is stressing over this one.
This one's hard.
This was
Yeah.
real hard.
This one is tough.
Because he sounds high, but he also sounds tired.
But he also didn't know what minotaurs were.
Which, I mean, Greek mythology is not that popular
Yeah, a lot of
anymore.
people don't.
All right, all right.
What are you thinking here, Dennys? High or not?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm just going to go with my gut again, and I think he was high. I mean,
I think he is high, too.
He sounds high.
He just
If he's
sounds-
not, he just woke up.
If anybody would know, it's you two.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I've been up since 6 o'clock.
Been up since 6.
Okay. All right, so you're going not high?
No,
I
he's
think I'm
going high.
going high.
They're saying high,
I think
Kevin.
he's high.
Okay. Are you high, Anthony?
No, sir.
Virginia County, he had morning voice. Damn it, I felt so good after that first one,
Man,
too.
yeah, you were riding high.
I do got a question for Jaybird, though.
What's
Yeah.
up?
Hey, have you ever had Frosted Flakes with powdered sugar on them? Because I know you're a cereal guy.
Oh, my gosh. How I was raised on that.
Powdered sugar?
Confectioner
Powdered sugar on Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, you talk about the white kind of powder shit that looks like cocaine.
Yeah, cocaine sugar.
You're asking
Yes,
me.
sir.
Hold on, I'm sorry, sir. Virginia is doubting I ever put powdered sugar on cereal. Yes, I have.
All right. I just wanted to make
all right.
sure.
How's this
I
guy
was
not
just,
high?
yeah, I was making sure, too, because that's the way to go.
It is. No, that is definitely a thing. My brother taught me how to do that.
Okay. He's no stranger to this.
I like this guy.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
God.
Wow.
Well,
That's
let me ask you
impressive.
cereal questions.
Anthony was able to stump you on that.
Wow, look at this.
He's got the makes of a
Yeah.
makeup of a stoner. He's got
Yeah.
cereal and powdered
Right.
sugar.
Yeah, that's what I'm so thrown
I'm
off.
thrown off too.
How's he not high?
You should go get high, Anthony, because you should be.
You deserve it.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, talking about the Sprinter van vacation my wife was taking, people are like, you just park at a Walmart. They'll allow you to do that. Not a problem. It is a problem, especially when you have stories like this. 43-year-old Matthew Huber of Vero Beach got arrested for trying to break into someone's truck outside a Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see this being super safe.
Well, when the cops came up on him, they're like, what are you doing? He's like, well, I'm looking for stuff to sell. And they're like, okay, and do you have a reason for that? He's like, well, I can only see my imaginary girlfriend when I'm on meth. So I need the money to be able to buy more drugs so that I can have a date with my girlfriend, Emma.
If you say that's what you see when you're taking meth, people would like that. If you're seeing imaginary girlfriends, that's a way to sell it.
So that's what's going on in the Walmart parking lots.
Yeah. Kevin, you need to steer clear.
Brother, that's one of many stories.
Okay.
I could sit
He's
down.
right.
I could sit down with you and show you.
Well, just do a drive-by and take a look for yourself one evening.
I've got stories just on my own personal life about the parking lot at Walmart.
Yeah. No, in my hometown, meth lab blew up in the Walmart parking lot. Thank God there was no cars around them. They were taking people out.
Dang.
Yeah. People were doing that. In fact, cops in Phoenix busted a mobile meth lab a week ago that looked just like the RV in Breaking Bad.
Wow.
Yeah, they found all the equipment in it. And
They're not trying to be
no.
discreet at all.
Yeah.
I mean, at all?
No, at all.
Gosh.
Exactly like it.
We will hide in plain sight. They'll never suspect us.
Hey guys, look at us. We're doing math. We're cooking it.
Well, this is, I guess, in an odd way where being a good Samaritan pays off. There's this guy that tried to help this dude whose bike was broken down. And as he was helping him fix his bike, he's like, hey, wait a minute, this is my bike. And what he was doing was helping the thief who stole his bike. The thief then takes off running without the bike. And they were able to catch the guy a little bit later.
Wow, but talk about awesome. The universe brought your bike back to you.
So that's what I wonder and I ask. Was that just a coincidence or was he supposed to have that moment?
He was supposed to have that moment.
Was he?
Yeah.
And why does the universe pick something like a bike?
Right.
You know what I mean?
For this
He
to happen.
loved his bike.
But people love their loved ones and they get killed in the woods. You know what I'm saying? Why does the universe pick and choose a bike over a human? Is it the universe or is it coincidence?
Maybe he's a good person and he's done so much good that karma brought that bike back to him.
And not to derail Kevin's conversation completely, but you could go, you're cherry picking karma now. Because what about the innocent person that gets murdered for no reason that did good?
Look, I'm not cherry picking karma. Karma is cherry picking karma.
Okay.
And if you're not throwing enough good out there, don't be surprised when good don't come looking for you.
I can tell by Kevin's face. We got to wrap it up.
No, let's talk about karma for another 10 minutes.
Usually it'd be caramel.
There's a woman in Russia who attacked a man with an axe. But here's what's going on. She's getting off easy because the victim actually married her so she wouldn't go to prison.
What did he do to be attacked by the axe? Maybe he knows he had some culpability.
That's crazy. The woman is 67 and the victim was described as her quote-unquote roommate. What the heck is going on there? That is insane. Well, shipping delays at the ports have created a shortage of Harry Potter merchandise, particularly magic wand replicas.
No!
So people are, yes, this is where it's getting out of control. Wait, I can't get my Harry Potter wand?
It would kind of mess up your Halloween costume. If you want to go as Harry Potter and you don't have a wand, it's kind of low budge.
I saw something and I'm only regurgitating it, but is there something where a bunch of ships are trying to bring stuff into the United States and there's like almost like a blockade going on?
Well, it's not a blockade, but they're just sitting out there. Yeah, especially like they were showing some of the ships outside of New York and Los Angeles that are just sitting there with all this stuff, and they don't have people to bring it in, and because you got to get it off the ship, and then you got to drive it to the stores.
Well, they're wondering why there's so many, shortage. Well, you've been talking about all the shortages going on throughout every state here.
Supply chain issues.
Random things, and you can go to a grocery store and all of a sudden odd things are just gone.
It
now.
is. It's weird. Like you can't get a Harry Potter wand.
Yeah, but is that because of the?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, supply chain stuff. Yeah.
I feel like you can make your own wand though with a stick and some electrical tape and some glitter.
Okay, now That's the Louisiana, Virginia we love. Yeah.
DIY, it's a thing.
Yeah, it
Don't
is.
give up, Harry Potter fans. Make your own wand.
That's something my dad would have done. Hey, Dad, I want a Harry Potter wand. I'll make you one.
I got it.
It's going to fall apart halfway through trick or treat, but take your pictures early. It'll look great.
Yeah. And this sounds like a fun little challenge. A guy went to the Cheesecake Factory and ordered all 35 cheesecakes just to taste and rank them.
That sounds amazing.
Gosh, what a creative idea.
I wonder how much that cost.
$8,000.
Yeah.
If you just get one slice, probably not.
It's probably, I think, $8 or $9 a slice, I'd imagine. I mean, I'm just guessing. But
It is the Cadillac of cheesecake.
Yeah, so I'd be about 8 or 9 probably, between 8 and 10. So let's for easy math, let's just do 10. 10 times
$50.
Oh yeah, there you go. Not that bad.
No, for the story, and the dude's going viral.
Yeah. He put the Dulce de Leche caramel cheesecake at the top of the list.
Oh, yeah.
And the Godiva chocolate cheesecake is at the bottom of his list.
Interesting.
What's another place that's got all that has a lot of variety of stuff that you could go try, like a cheesecake? That'd be fun to do.
There's a new salt donuts in Rosemary Square that I'm hearing about.
There goes the Dunkin' account.
Sorry. I'm talking about
any other bad ideas?
Crazy variety.
Yeah, all right. We'll think about it.
Okay, yeah.
Karma.
Caramel.
Well, the vaccine mandates seem to be having effects on a lot of people, on the choices that you're making. And even if you're a vaccinated person who's like, hey, I did everything right, when you try to fly around Thanksgiving, vaccine mandates are going to affect you, because if there's a lot of TSA workers that don't get that shot, there's going to be a lot of TSA workers that aren't going to have a job. And it's going to be really long lines that you're going to be waiting in trying to get on your flight for Thanksgiving. So, yeah, it's really affecting everybody.
Yes.
So this is the wrong time to do my Europe trip.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now, this is kind of an interesting story because, boy, you talk about the effects of this. And every day there's another story. There's a Kyrie Irving, a guy in the NBA that is looking at losing millions of dollars. His team is like, well, we've got a vaccine mandate in a sense with the NBA, and it's just going to be too risky for us to have you play being not vaccinated. And I don't know, at this point, is the guy going to be sitting out the season? What's going to be going on? I don't know. Every day there's a different story about how vaccines seem to be affecting people's lives. And this one kind of jumped out at me because there's a Manhattan matrimonial judge that has suspended a Long Island father's visitation with his 3-year-old daughter unless he gets vaccinated or submits to weekly COVID-19 tests. He has to do that. The ruling requires that the father either get the shot or present the weekly PCR test in addition to a biweekly antigen test within 24 hours of a scheduled visit, which he currently has every other weekend. So could this be something where your visitation with your kids is going to depend upon your vaccination status, and you're going to have to be testing very frequently? That's another thing I know they're trying to get out there is easy and affordable tests that people can get. So if you choose not to be vaccinated, then if you do have criteria like this for your job or for visiting your child, that you'll be able to pop that off and do it.
It's crazy, though. That's the first we're hearing of that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, and this might be one of those kind of cases that, hey, custody could be determined in other states. Now, here in Florida, you've got our governor fighting the president, and he's going to be suing the president, and all this kind of stuff is going on here in Florida. So, keep in mind, this is New York, and they've been a little bit more strict on those kind of things. But I know we got a lot of New Yorkers here.
That's why they're here. They left New York because they're like, Florida's loose. Let's go.
Well, they're loose. New York, they can buy weed, but down in Florida, you can't. Like, what the hell's going on here?
Well, if you know a guy.
Can you get on the same page? We're loose to a certain point.
Make up my mind. Am I loose or am I tight?
You're a party and no COVID down here in Florida. But you can't smoke weed. What?
Yes. Now, this dad is arguing that, hey, look, I already had COVID-19 and I've got immunity, so why do I have to get the vaccination to be able to see my daughter? So
a lot of people are saying that. That is a very loud argument that I'm hearing out there.
Yeah.
Gosh, there's a lot of loud arguments out there.
So
makes a man want to go to the woods.
Yes.
Just kind of lay away from
I feel like there's
people.
less COVID in the woods.
There's just less people in the woods. We're too connected.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. It just, to me, the whole vaccination question, how many just things that seems to touch in society. You know, I thought it'd be like, it'd be about the events. Then it's about your job. Now it's about visiting your kid. Like, wait, what?
The one thing I've learned about this whole thing is humans, y'all be crazy.
Yeah.
Humans are. We're crazy people.
We are. And the older you get, I feel like sometimes the more you know, the crazier you get.
Honestly, it's not even an age thing. We are just we're a crazy species. We are.
Yeah.
Emotional. Fighting.
I feel like I'm crazier than ever now. I don't know. Aging has definitely kicked up my crazy.
Oh, no. Me and Kevin texted about that on Monday.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm self-aware.
Every year.
Every year.
2022, here we come.
Me and Kevin, we do our annual texting. Virginia's getting crazier this year.
Happy New Year. What will that bitch do this year?
We dread the birthdays.
Oh,
like, oh my gosh, not another year of this. Oh, good heavens. Another exciting night of South Florida high school football going on. Oh my goodness. I love it. There are some really great teams going on, and it's another exciting year of high school football.
You going to get out there?
I don't know if I'm going to get to a game or not. I typically on a Friday night, though, I'm kind of, checking in with what's going on. I'm, keeping an eye on the scores and, know what teams are doing really well to see how they're doing. But there have been some really exciting upsets, and there's some good matchups coming up. So look out for Palm Beach Central. Oh, man. They're pretty good this year. So, and then you got, St. Thomas Aquinas is always good.
Oh, always.
Heritage Plantation, they're solid again. But I think they got upset last week.
St. Thomas Aquinas, man, every year.
Yeah, no, they're one of the top teams in the country. So, yeah, every year they're like top 5 in the nation. And obviously dominating here in South Florida. So, going to keep an eye on that. Now, I got an email here from this family that are looking for our insight. It says, my 15-year-old daughter wants to quit cheerleading and try out for the boys' football team next year. My husband thinks it's a terrible idea. He feels like she is going to get severely hurt. I think it's a great idea. Our daughter is tough as nails, so I think she can handle it. My husband thinks that if she gets hurt, it's our fault as parents for not protecting her. Would you let your daughter try out for the high school football team?
Absolutely, I would.
I absolutely would too, but I also think you got to know your kids as well. For example, I've got a female in my family versus another female. One could totally go out and play football. One could not.
Yeah.
There's just no way. They would get severely hurt.
Well, I think what it is I think that, that kind of stuff will be weeded out. I went out for football and I was weeded out.
Yeah.
Because I was not tough enough to be a football player.
But yeah, no, 110%. If I had a daughter and she had the spirit and the heart of a warrior that wanted to go out and play football and she was into it, absolutely I support that.
Yeah.
Encourage passion. And if she's got passion for something, anything, encourage her to follow her passions, because that's a great way to be happy in life, not just in high school.
The way I look at it, if you can play, you can stay. No matter who you are. If you have skills, you are allowed to be out in that field.
Yeah. If I were a coach, I'd be like, anybody can come out here. I will treat you the same no matter how and who you are. If you are strong enough and tough enough and you can do it, then so be it. And there are actually here in South Florida, I think there's a girl for, I think it was South Plantation that was a kicker for the team. And that does happen where they'll come out and, they'll kick and score points and be a viable part of the team.
Hello, the Tammy Maida story. Ever hear of her?
Hello, the KVJ all-female field goal competition.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
Ever heard of it?
Tammy Maida? Come on. Quarterback?
Okay.
Bitches be booting.
Yeah, no, they can. Yeah, we do that competition, and we have women out there kicking 45-yard field goals.
Yes.
Keep in mind now, that's different than an actual football team because you're just kicking. There's no one trying to tackle. But yeah, to
they
your
can
point,
tackle a kicker.
No, but when
kickers can tackle too.
No, what I'm saying is when we do the KVJ female. It's just you're kicking on a thing. It's different than a football game.
It's a skill set.
It's definitely a skill set. I'm saying it's different than playing in a football game, though.
Yeah, but all for it. Yeah, go for it.
Absolutely.
And the other thing, too, is they do have a lot of girls flag football teams. They play very good football. In fact, they have a state championship, and it's as the years are going on, it's becoming a real valid sport. I'm seeing there's a girls flag football team that practices in the park near my house. They've got some serious skills.
I like it.
And it's exciting, yeah. Football's almost kind of in some ways going that. Flag football is becoming more and more popular because of the injuries happening from the tackle part of it. And you do the 7-on-7 or the flag football, and it's just the skill set of football without so much the collisions.
Nah, screw that, man. She's playing the rough stuff. I like it. The real football.
If she's physically tough enough, absolutely she can and she should.
I love when you see a girl that just sees no walls, no boundaries. Good for her.
Yeah.
That just says that you've raised a strong girl that's going to get out there and be brave. And it's not going to be easy, but just think about how good she's going to feel.
And we're living in a different time now, too. We just are.
Yeah, let her go out. I mean, don't put the reins on her. Let her run free. And she'll figure it out.
Now, email us in 6 months when she breaks her leg. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, hey, boys are breaking their legs and all that.
Just know
you have the same right to get concussions and screw up your spine, just like any boy. If you want it, bring it, baby. I just saw a video that was on Nextdoor. Man, oh man, we're talking about the violence of football, the violence of school fights.
Uh-oh.
My goodness. It was a fight that broke out, I guess, 3 days ago at Palm Beach Gardens High School, Jaybird's alma mater. And it was crazy. There might have been 20 kids or more fighting in this. And, gosh, some of the connection, it looked like an old Don Conley fight from back in the day. I mean, my goodness, it was
a Logan, Ohio fight.
Oh my gosh,
Look,
it was.
Field Gardens are hard, bro.
Yeah,
are they?
Hardens.
I just wondered, did they have these kind of fights when you went to Gardens back in the day? Would you see 20 people out there fighting?
My freshman year, a guy tried to rob the cafeteria.
Okay.
Like I said, it was hard.
But what about the fights?
There was definitely fighting there.
But would you see a fight that big?
A Royal Rumble? Sort of not that big.
Okay. So that seems kind of new, because my question is fighting in schools getting worse, and is it getting worse because of social media and people being able to video it?
Yes. Social media is making everything worse.
My son is always telling me about fights that happen at his middle school. And it seems like it's always a video or something that he has that he can show me of kids fighting. And I started thinking about that. And yeah, we had fights all the time. I grew up in a fighting kind of town. But I was just wondering if we were able to video it and then post it up so everybody could see, more people would show up to the fight, more people would pass it around. And then on top of it, I think more kids would be like, hey, let's go make a video. We got to fight this kid. Make sure you're filming it.
There's obviously a lot of good that comes with social media. I know I'm always on the mic squawking about how terrible social media is. It's just there's too much bad that goes with the good, in my opinion, and it's making our behavior as a society way worse. It really is, to your point. Fights that were just going to be between three kids is now going... of course it's going to be more popular, and people are going to film it.
Yeah.
It's making us it's turning us into animals.
Yeah. I just thought that was kind of crazy. So I just didn't know if brawls are getting worse. Does Magnolia talk about fights that happen at her high school?
Kevin, we are Squid Game.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Kevin, you can turn off her microphone.
I don't know what that means.
Neither do I. It's Friday. It's the end of
You
the
gotta
week.
watch Squid Game to get Squid Game.
Oh my gosh. You gotta. Mama needs to take a nap.
I don't know. Mags doesn't really rumble. She's not a rumbler.
I think fights have always gone on. There's always been big brawls. But yes, social media, filming it, sharing it. Now thousands of people can see a fight that once only 3 people were involved in.
I was just wondering, is a battle royal, which is what this was at Gardens High the other day, is this a commonplace in schools, and has it gotten worse? Now, somebody had said, I went to Gardens in the 90s. We had battle royals going on there then.
Okay, what did they graduate? That's when I went. I wonder if I know that son of a biscuit.
Blanche Ellie, kind of the same thing. Somebody said, yeah, we've had big battle royals there. fact, I think got shut down yesterday or something.
You're kind of answering your own question because every week you come in here with this crazy Children of the Corn type of scenario where the youth is getting together and wreaking havoc on adults, whether they're ripping crap out of the wall or slapping teachers in the head or the ass. Yeah, they're unifying. They're uniforming.
Somebody said that I work at another local high school, and it'd be cray that, social media is making it worse. So we've noticed an increase of that as these kids are videoing and then posting the fights that they're having. And
it's just marketing the nuttiness. Yeah. And we all know marketing works.
And what sucks, here's the problem. You're getting rewarded for terrible behavior. The likes, shares, being an influencer, all that's more important than being spiritually connected to your fellow human.
And you're not thinking about the consequences, which teenagers don't do. On the front end, you're just thinking about the likes.
Well, you don't think about that. You're right. When you're younger, you just don't think about certain things. Now you're throwing social media into the mix, which we never had.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Oh my gosh. I am so happy I didn't have social media when I was a teen.
Yeah, it is. And I do feel for these kids because they're not thinking to that level. And whether it be a college or a job, these kind of things, if they're in a battle royal video, it could affect them down the line. And it's something you can't take back. I mean, we're really on our kids about that scene. Just think through everything you post. Would this be something you would want to show an employer or a college if you're trying to get in?
Do we think social media is changing our lives? Didn't your daughter Magnolia have to change schools because of a social media video? She didn't even know what was happening, and she had to change schools because drama happened.
She did. There was so much drama, and she was completely unaware of the politics and the ramifications of choosing one candidate over the other, and just
look at that situation and compare that to her just chilling at her friend's house 15 years ago. Compare that to now. It's a different animal.
Totally.
Yeah. So interesting stuff. And I'm wondering, could and should the schools have the power to take these videos down or try to get them down? And I'm just wondering because I saw the one on Nextdoor. I wasn't about to post it. It's kids and all that, and I don't want to egg it on. But yeah, these social sites, isn't that something that kids fighting at high schools should be? Every social service should be like, we're not allowing that up there.
Yeah, adults need to take control and act like adults and shut stuff down. I almost swore.
Easy.
I don't know how we get flagged for community guidelines violations of somebody who's in a bathing suit, but yet a street brawl with teenagers is not flagged for community violation.
Yeah, we're not sitting down. We're not talking about your feelings. You're the adult. You're in charge. If you're acting a fool,
how are these posted?
I posted a video of me dancing with teens, and it got our KVJ TikTok shut down for community violation standards.
And listen, and also, too, how different does that phrase sound if I go, Kev, we got shut down. I was dancing with teens. Compare that, you know what I mean? It just sounds...
I was dancing with Magnolia and her friends. They shut it down.
What were you doing, though? Were you turning it out?
Not a lot. I mean, there was dancing, but I wasn't really doing any. I mean, you've seen some of my moves.
I have.
I didn't bring out any of the nasty stuff.
Yeah, I get why TikTok might have shut you down because I've seen him move.
I didn't get crazy.
All right, you guys ready to sing here?
Oh, I need it.
Yeah, song association game. That's what we got here. I'm going to give you a word. You got 3 seconds to sing a common song that we all should know. Okay.
Common bird.
You hear what he's saying?
Pull some obscure Billy Joel B-side nobody's ever heard of.
I get why Dennys doesn't ever come into the studio. You're right, Dennys. It's hell in here. You never know what's going to happen.
You're hell too, Cupcake.
You can call me Cupcake. I do like that nickname.
Okay, what do you think about this here song association game? We start with you, Virginia. Your first word is miles.
I can go for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles.
You sound beautiful this morning.
Oh, like honey.
Is your voice warped?
Oh, it was so good.
Okay. All right. We'll give Virginia credit on that Who song. I can see for miles and miles, but it's all good.
Oh, damn. Ralston called you out.
It's all right. You know, I'm being lenient today.
Because if you don't give it to her, it's going to turn into a 7-minute fight.
It ain't worth it. I don't have it left in me. It's the end of the week.
It's Friday.
Yeah.
Remind me to fight with you on Fridays more often. I'll win every time.
Bird, your word is sugar.
Sugar. Honey. You are my candy girl. And I want your body now.
Okay.
More wrong lyrics.
Dennys, your word is drops.
Drops of Jupiter. Right? Is that...
Yeah.
Drops of Jupiter in her hair.
Tell me.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great song.
I'll give you credit.
Good
for
one,
that.
Denny.
Thanks. I'm glad we're playing a loose game.
Good
Yeah,
one.
Very loose.
That's right. That's right. Okay, Virginia, your word is dying.
Live like you were dying. Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
Okay,
It was
that's
a hit.
buzzer.
It was
It was definitely a hit. Yeah.
You'd think she'd
It
get-
wasn't sung well, but
Last second.
I was just trying to squeeze it in.
yeah. Bird, your word is teardrops.
Lonely teardrops on my pillow. Teardrops on my pillow.
Okay, I think I know that one.
Jackie Wilson.
Okay. all
Big
right.
hit.
All right.
50s. You love the 50s.
Yeah, I love it.
Kevin hates the 50s.
He hates the 50s. Hates doo-wop. Hates
He hates that.
hates early Elvis, but loves fat Elvis. 'Cause it's different.
It is different, yeah.
He hates that. Oh, honey, honey.
Oh, that's a terrible song.
You are my candy
It's a
girl.
miserable song.
He wanted to buzz you.
He should have punched me.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's awful.
Okay. All right, next up here, we got Dennys. Your word is gone.
Because she's gone, gone, gone. I think it's Gone by, what's that guy's name? The American Idol dude?
Nailed it, Denny.
We used to play this song. What is he called? He had two of the same name.
I don't know, man. I'm
Philip Phillips.
Philip Phillips.
Woo.
I had to rack the brain for that
was.
one.
Yeah, it
Okay,
was.
all right. Damn.
It wasn't good, but it wasn't any worse than anything
I'm
else.
fighting for
people
my
were throwing
life.
out.
It's a
Yeah.
real loose game.
Yeah.
It's a real loose show.
Fighting for my life.
Virginia, your next word is things.
The things I hate about you.
I hate everything about
Damn
you.
it.
Yeah.
The looseness
All the things
ends.
you said, all the things you said, running through my head, running through my head, running through my head. All the things. Yeah.
All the
okay.
things that.
Damn it.
Okay, let me see here. Next word for the bird is song.
This is your song, Elton John. Song, Elton John, your song.
This is your
Your
song.
song.
Okay.
I mean, that was some sloppy S
I
bomb.
said the right words. Your song. Oh, it's so loose, but are we giving it to me? It was done by Elton John with Porky Pig.
Porky Pig as Elton John. Ooh, that's a good costume.
That would be.
I'm Porky Pigging it right now.
Okay, Dennys, your word is addicted.
She's a dick. She's addicted. Addicted.
Yeah, addicted to you.
I didn't know if I could say it because I was kind of hesitant.
I'm a dick.
Yeah.
I'm addicted, I tell you.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
Okay. I'm somehow giving everybody 3 points each
Nice.
into the final round.
The fact that we all have 3 points, really, Ralston, you gotta be tired.
It shows you he's given up.
Yeah.
he,
Oh, I have. I've
he
thrown in
wants
the
this
towel.
week over with bad.
Yeah.
It's been a rough week.
Virginia, your word is wolf.
Hungry like the wolf.
Hungry like the wolf.
Duran Duran, your favorite.
Yep, that's right. Good one. Jaybird, your word is picture.
So the pictures of you, pictures of you, pictures of you. There's a pictures of you, and pictures of you.
I'm a picture of you.
It's like we're making up songs at this point.
Denny's got my back on that one.
Okay.
He's way back.
What?
He's way back.
Pictures of you.
By who? By who?
Gorgomans.
And it was picture, not pictures.
The Gorgoman brothers.
I seen a picture today. Kid Rock, Charles.
Yeah.
Every karaoke ever.
Pictures of you.
Uh-oh.
Dennys, your word is glue.
Pictures of
Glue.
Pictures of glue.
There you go.
Sean Paul like glue?
Oh, it's Sean Paul.
That's sloppy round.
It's getting it's over.
It is over.
Oh.
Yeah, we got to wrap this thing up.
Five more songs.
5 more rounds.
Okay, after I leave. Oh, this is kind of interesting. The 7 rules to work for Elon Musk. This is what you got to do. This is, I guess, the boring company or whatever company he might have.
Okay.
He doesn't believe in large-scale meetings. He said too many people end up being there that don't gain anything or offer anything to them. Only invite those who are needed.
I like that.
Don't have frequent meetings about a subject unless it's urgent. Once the crisis or urgency is passed, the number of meetings should slow. So he doesn't like the meetings. Good for him. Rule number 3, if you feel that you don't need to be in a meeting, leave. It isn't rude to leave a meeting. It is rude to ask someone to stay and waste their time when they could be working on their job.
I'm so trying this out in our next meeting.
Kevin already does it.
Bye, y'all.
I do,
I'm
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Kevin will get up and say bye.
Yep. I believe in it.
I kind of really don't blame you.
Yeah. I got the stuff I got to do, man.
I'm just mad because I didn't think of it first. I'm still sitting there like, oh, man.
Oh, it's...
Kevin bailed. Kevin, take me.
You thought people hated me in this building now. Now they're really going to hate me. I'm going to follow Kevin's suit.
Rule number 4 of working for Elon Musk, don't use confusing jargon or acronyms. Use plain speech. We want to be able to understand you. Don't use speech that excludes people and shuts down creativity.
That's a great idea.
People are struggling to understand what the heck you just said. Number 5, out with the hierarchy. He said that in old school companies, communications have to percolate up through managers and sometimes don't even get to where they needed to go. Anybody can communicate to anyone, even Elon Musk himself.
Thank you. I've always believed that the head boss of anything, if you're in charge of something and someone needs to talk to you, you got to make time for that. You're in charge of everybody there. I always believe you should be able to approach your boss.
Rule number 6, don't follow silly rules. If the rule that is in place is not working, break the rule. That's kind of cool.
I like it.
You had that a lot in baseball, too, where people are always afraid to approach the head person in charge. You shouldn't be afraid to do that. You got to talk to people who are in charge. You have to. To be able to communicate clearly.
And his rule number 7, don't leak company info to the press. Not only will you be fired, he has a team of lawyers who will file civil and criminal charges if possible. So that's his 7 rules for working for Elon Musk.
Interesting.
I think they're pretty good rules, actually.
Number 8 is you'll get promoted faster if you're an alien.
Oh, yeah. And rule number 9, take over Earth.
All right, after the show podcast coming up live on YouTube in just about 10 minutes. We'll see you there. You can also get it on demand as well. Go to our YouTube page, subscribe, ring that bell to get the updates when we have new videos dropping. Jaybird, wrap it up with your thought for the day.
Got real deep in the chat room today. I had a good time mixing it up with them. Got real deep. So this one's for the chat room. Just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, no, it became a butterfly. Oh. Fly away.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.